Okay, hi guys. My name is Akachi and I'm the Alumni and Employability Development Officer. I obviously don't do as much as the VPs because I'm also in my final year. But my role is split into two, Alumni and Employability. They're quite different, but I'm trying my best to join them together. For my strategic plan, you can just look at that for 2 seconds. 1 second. Okay, so Loughborough University isn't, oh, I should start on a positive note, where Loughborough University isn't good with alumni relations. And it's really important because at the first stage, alumni do fund us a lot. They pay for a lot of the buildings. They fund a lot of buildings that are around campus, and they do pay for a lot of services that we offer. So it's quite important that we keep in contact with them. On the second level, alumni to alumni relations, it's important, or it's quite good for my classmates to reconnect once in a while and kind of discuss about things, especially if you're working in an industry and you don't like it anymore. It's good to meet a former classmate that has experience there so it can make the transition easier. And finally, on the last stage, alumni to student relationships, it's quite common for American universities to have databases where students can contact former students that are working in the kind of section or sector they want to work in to gain advice from, but it's not the case in this university, and I'm trying to change that. For example, I'm currently studying communication, but I just got an offer to do like a master's in development economics, and I have no idea what that is about. If there was a kind of database where I could meet former students, then I would know what that kind of transition would entail. But I plan to improve the alumni relations we currently have. The first is through DARO, the Development and Alumni Relations Office at the university, and try and support every single event they run for alumni throughout the year, and try to make sure that current students are engaged, because a lot of times when alumni events are run by the university, we don't know about it. So I'm going to try and make sure that current students are engaging with the former students. Next week they have an alumni event in London, and I'm going to go down for that and try and find out what exactly the alumni students would like from us in terms of the Students' Union. I'm also going to be supporting the halls and the air reps in running their various alumni weekends, making sure that every single maybe Christmas ball that they hold or events, high tables, that alumni are invited and they also feel included even if they've left the university. Also, there's something called LSU Life Membership. I'm not sure if anyone actually knows about that because I didn't before this post. It's basically a free service. You just sign up to be a member of LSU for life, which means you get entry to the union, the same prices as students, and you also get the chance to be part of societies and athletic unions. It's cool, just do it. And in the final term of this year, I plan to run a campaign focused on finalists so that they can sign up for life membership, because that's kind of one of the only ways we as a union keep in contact with past students, and currently the numbers are really low. As for employability, that's kind of like my area of specialty, because before I came to university, I didn't actually have like a CV or anything. I'd never worked a day in my life. And then I came to uni, everyone was talking about work experience, and I started freaking out. So I got so involved in the union. I got involved in RAG, action, media, sport, and it really helped me. It's really helped my CV. And currently I'm doing this thing throughout semester 1. It's called Get Involved Drop-In Sessions, where students come in for like an hour every week and find out the various ways they can get involved in the union. We've had about 3 so far, and we've had about 40 students come in saying things like they were kind of overwhelmed during freshers and they couldn't sign up for anything, and now they want to get involved in action or RAG or sport. And I think it's a really good way to get students more involved. Also, we have the LSU Employability Day that's going to happen in February next year. It happened for the first time last year, and it's a really good way for the union to work in conjunction with the Career Center. It's going to be from around 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's a whole day where they're going to be having CV workshops, assessment centers, drop-in sessions, practice interviews, and it's it's really convenient for the students, because even though the carriers do hold this sessions at different points, it gives students the opportunity to kind of like check everything out of their list in one day. Also, we're going to introduce participation on that day to the university's Employability Award. So if students do come for the LSU Employability Day, they will get points towards the Employability Award run by the university. We are also going to be running various competitions with the Career Center, and they're very generous with funding, so that should give us some good prizes. Finally, we are going to have the LSU language networking nights. They are going to be 3 throughout the academic year, and they're basically nice for people to come and network with each other and meet new people. There's a lot of networking dinners that happen in other universities, but we don't have so much here. I mean, we have like FNDs and DBs to meet new people, but it's not as effective. So if you actually want to meet people while they're sober, then do come along. And it's also for people to increase their employability. Employability skills through language. So if there's any language you actually want to learn, then do come along. And even if you do not want to learn any language, please do come along, because there's someone who wants to learn English and you'll help the person. So yeah, I have, as I said, alumni and employability are quite different, but I will try my best to make sure I actually make them work, and those are my strategic points. Does anyone have any questions?